In today's take, I want to talk about a potential dark horse pickup for the Clippers this offseason. Now, before we get into that, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the topic. The Clippers are a team on the rise, if you ask me. They are a team on the rise, and I say that because if they're healthy, when they get healthy, they will definitely be a team that a lot of people will have to look at as a contender, even if you don't look at them as a contender now. Now, of course, they don't have Kawhi Leonard going into the season, but the pieces that they do have, even without Kawhi Leonard, I still think they could be a very good team in the season. And I think they might be even a better team than what people might be thinking that they will be. I think a lot of the media is going to sit there and downplay the Clippers and sabotage them just because they want the Lakers going up against the Nets in the NBA Finals, because the Lakers are, making a lot of moves. They're getting a lot of players, or they're acquiring, or they have acquired a lot of known name players, household name players, in which they feel that can actually help LeBron win a championship a whole lot easier. But what a lot of people are not looking at, the Clippers actually have a really good team. And if they keep the team that they have now, the way they're constructed, they are definitely good enough to make a run if Kawhi Leonard comes back and, not be out the whole season. Because if you look at this team's depth, the way they are stacked in positions everywhere on the floor. They have length, they have defenders, they have shooters, and they have a team that has a lot of chemistry. And that goes a long way in this league. But when you look at their team, even with Kawhi Leonard, I've always said it doesn't matter what NBA team there is. It doesn't matter what NFL team, it doesn't matter what sports team out there. Every team can always use an adjustment. Every team can always elevate themselves or better themselves. Doesn't matter who it is. So when you look at this team as constructed, I think they're good enough to make the playoffs, be a 6 or 7 seed going into the playoffs next year without Kawhi Leonard, maybe even a little bit higher. But we'll have to see how that goes and how that pans out. But as far as this offseason, they haven't really made any moves except Eric Bledsoe. And I think a lot of fans thought they might make more moves than that, simply because there's always a position or two that could be filled that can help you be more of a championship team or more of a contender or better your chances of, winning in the long run. So when you look at that, the dark horse pickup that is potential right now that's brewing, that's actually, in the news in regards to the Clippers, the dark horse pickup is possibly Kristaps Porzingis. And I've seen reports on Kristaps Porzingis since yesterday, and I really wasn't, too sold on it myself. But I start seeing reports more, and I start seeing that it is a potential that it could happen. Now, who would the Clippers have to give up to get a player like him or acquire a player like him? I'm not sure. But me personally, I wouldn't give up a whole lot. Hardly none, if you ask me, because as far as Kristaps Porzingis, if you ask me, he's been a bust to me, almost. To be honest with you, I shouldn't say maybe a bust. I would say he's very, very close to being a bust because he has potential. He has a lot of good qualities to him. But my big thing, availability is his availability is very low. You know what I'm saying? Your best ability is availability to me. You have to be able to be on the court to be recognized or to help your team win. And his injury history has just always scared me. His potential is through the roof, but his injury history is also through the roof. So it's like, to me, those two can't factor out. One of them has to be better than the other. And more than likely, of course, your availability has to be better than your injury history. So when I look at Kristaps Porzingis, he's a 20-point and 8 rebound guy. But how many games does he play a season? Is he going to be there when you need him most? Just a couple seasons ago, in the bubble, he got hurt. Season before that, I think he got hurt. This past season, I think he was actually hurt a lot of games in the regular season. He came back and he played pretty decent, but there again, you're not building chemistry if the players are not there on the floor. And I just don't think that, my personal opinion, I don't think that the Clippers should try to reach out and try to make a trade for Porzingis, with his injury history and, him not being there. But I will say this too, if the Clippers did happen to pick up a player like him, if they did keep him healthy, that would be a decent pickup for them. But it's like at this point in his career, he's been in the league for several years now, and health has always pretty much been an issue with him. And I feel like that stunted his growth to a degree. And I don't know, just at this point, I don't know if he's the missing piece that can help you win a championship. I'm just not really sure. And I know him in Dallas would Luka Doncic is not working out. They've been saying that the last couple seasons. He doesn't really like his role in Dallas, and he really doesn't like playing with Luka Doncic. But I mean, honestly, if the Clippers brought him in, what would his role be on the Clippers? Because when Kawhi comes back, you're definitely the third or fourth guy, because Reggie Jackson, played a hell of a playoffs last year, so you can't exclude Reggie Jackson. So that's almost like the Clippers' big three right there. So if Porzingis is upset about his role with the Dallas Mavericks, he would be even more upset about his role with the Clippers. So I just don't really see how the whole thing will work out with Kristaps Porzingis. And I know, or at least I feel like the Clippers are definitely trying to look into other aspirations or other, opportunities to help the Clippers win, but I'm just not sure if he's the piece that can help you do it. I'm not sure if he's that missing piece. And like I said a few minutes ago, what would you have to give up to Dallas to get a Kristaps Porzingis? Do you got to give up a Boogie Cousins, a Terrence Mann, or somebody like that? I mean, what would you have to give up to get a player like him? And in whatever you give up, is it really going to be worth it? Because like I said, if you trade any one of the players that they have currently on the roster now, you're trading away players that are more healthy and it has more potential to grow in this league and be a whole lot better than Porzingis ever was. I mean, so it's like, to me, I don't really see why the Clippers would, massage this thought or even fathom the thought of, possibly centering a trade around Kristaps Porzingis. I really don't personally see it. And I really wouldn't do it myself. I would pass on this one. But I mean, hey, what I'm saying? Like I said before, if you want to be optimistic about it, if he was healthy and if he did stay healthy and if he found a place where he can, play at a high level, or maybe not even play at a high level, but found a place where he can utilize some of his talents and make an impact and stay healthy, like I said, he would be not a bad fit for the Clippers, because now Kawhi and Paul George would have somebody that they can rely on knocking down big threes that can get them 20 plus points a game. You know what I'm saying? So, and you add that with Reggie Jackson. Well, I mean, like I said, that could be a good thing. But like I said, health is a big thing with Kristaps Porzingis. And you know what I'm saying? He's getting older. He's not getting younger. And he's not an old player by any means. But the health issues that he's had over the last several years, I just don't see how that would benefit the Clippers, in regards to, what I'm saying, that aspect, and him wanting more of a role in an offense. If he wants more of a role in the offense, well, he's probably not going to get much of that with the Clippers, because they already have the players that they have in position to help them be successful. And he would just be an additional piece. So his 20 points a game might drift all the way down, or maybe lower somewhere between, 13, 14 points a game. And like I said, what I'm saying, I just don't think that'll fit his criteria, because he wants more of a role in the offense, because he feel like he's a better player than what the Dallas Mavericks have used him as so far. So that's my take on the situation there. That's how I see it, and that's how I view the situation. Personally, I would probably pass on Porzingis, because I think what the Clippers have, they can get 16, 17 points a game off the bench from Terrence Mann. You're going to get more from Reggie Jackson. You still got Marcus Morris. You still got some players there that that can get you close to 20 points a game. So to me, Porzingis 20 points a game along with his health issues just isn't worth it to me. But hey, that's my take on the situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this. Do you think it's something the Clippers should go on with, and possibly look for that potential trade? Or, do you think they shouldn't? Or who do you think the Clippers would have to give up to get a player like Porzingis? And is that even worth it? But hey, like I said, leave any comments in the comment section as always. And hey, Khaliis out.